Welcome back, treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the world of the legendary Eisenhower $3 coins, so rare, so shocking, and so valuable that collectors call them the giants of modern American money. These are the Ikes that can turn an ordinary coin collection into a fortune. The hidden masterpieces that slipped through the mint and now sell for jaw-dropping prices. Stay right here, because the top 3 Eisenhower dollars we're about to reveal might just be sitting in your home, waiting to change your life. Let's start with first Eisenhower, $1 1971 coin. The story of the 1971 Eisenhower dollar begins with a coin that was never expected to become a treasure. When the first Ike dollars rolled out of the U.S. Mint in 1971, collectors were excited to see the first circulating dollar coin since the 1935 peace dollar. What nobody realized then was that hidden among millions of ordinary circulation strikes were a handful of rare varieties, minting mistakes, and special silver issues that would one day become some of the most desirable coins in the modern U.S. series. These coins especially, the rarest 1971 versions, now carry values that shock collectors and amaze beginners, turning everyday pocket change into pure opportunity. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar includes several key varieties that collectors chase relentlessly. And the most dramatic differences come from how and where each coin was produced. Most 1971 Ikes were struck in copper-nickel clad for circulation, but a special group was made in 40% silver for collectors. These silver coins, produced in small numbers at the San Francisco Mint, instantly became the elite class of the series. When these silver strikes are found in perfect condition, brilliant surfaces, clean fields, and razor-sharp details, their value shoots into the stratosphere. A flawless 1971S silver-proof, graded at the absolute highest level, has reached mind-blowing prices in private sales because of its legendary scarcity at the top grade. But the real giants of the 1971 Eisenhower dollar world are the rare error coins. And these are the treasures that can change someone's fortune overnight. During the early production runs, the Mint struggled to perfect the new Eisenhower designs, and the dies often left weak details, missing features, and unusual surface textures. Some coins were struck on the wrong planchettes, entirely an unbelievably valuable mistake. A 1971 Eisenhower dollar, struck on a silver planchette intended for a different coin, is one of the most sensational mint errors ever discovered. These pieces can command astonishing sums because they are literally 1 in a million, survivors of a printing room accident that should never have happened. Another reason 1971 Ikes can reach extraordinary values is the hunt for perfectly preserved circulation strikes. Most Eisenhower dollars were heavily used in casinos, banks, and everyday commerce, which means almost all show scratches, dents, and dull surfaces. Finding a 1971 coin in untouched, gem-quality condition is unbelievably rare. The graders who certify coins have confirmed that among the millions minted in 1971, only a tiny handful survive in the highest grades. And these elite Population 1 or Population 2 coins can sell for thousands, sometimes tens of thousands. When competing collectors battle for ownership, collectors also obsess over the design varieties of the 1971 Eisenhower dollar. The earliest dies featured layered details, different relief depths, and subtle design changes on the earth, the eagle, and the lettering on the reverse. Some of these early varieties were used for only a short time before being replaced, creating ultra-rare subtypes. When collectors discover a sharp, clean example of an early reverse variety in near-perfect condition, it becomes a centerpiece coin, an object of passion that collectors will pay premium prices to secure for their set. The excitement around the 1971 Eisenhower dollar has exploded in recent years because new collectors finally understand how tough this coin is to find in high-end condition. What once seemed like a common modern coin is now recognized as a minefield of rarity. The more people examine their old dollar coins, the more hidden gems are being discovered, and that has pushed demand into a frenzy. With each new discovery, the coin market reminds us that modern coins, despite being newer, can still deliver life-changing surprises. It is easy to underestimate the Eisenhower dollar because of its size and weight. But that same bold design is what makes mint errors, proof-level strikes, and pristine examples so dramatically valuable. Every scratch and every strike weakness tells the story of how brutally these coins were handled, and why finding a perfect survivor is almost miraculous. When the rarest 1971 Ikes appear at auction, dealers call them sleeping giants, coins that were ignored for decades, until collectors realized how incredibly scarce they truly are in top form. In the end, owning a 1971 Eisenhower dollar is like holding a piece of hidden American treasure. Some are common, yes, but a select few are legendary, worth thousands or even more because of a unique combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance. For anyone who has old U.S. coins tucked away, especially large dollar coins from the early 1970s, it is absolutely worth examining them carefully. What looks like an ordinary worn dollar might actually be a rare silver issue, a dramatic error, or a high-grade survivor that could transform an ordinary day into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Now turn the second Eisenhower $1 1974 coin in the vast universe of American coinage. Few pieces ignite curiosity like the 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin, a bold, heavy, copper-nickel giant that marked the final era of America's large-sized circulating dollars. For collectors and treasure hunters, the mere mention of a rare Eisenhower dollar sparks excitement. Because hidden among these hefty coins are varieties, errors, and minting mysteries that can elevate an ordinary dollar into a valuable collectible. While not every 1974 Ike is worth a fortune, the rare ones hold surprising premiums, especially high-grade examples and unusual mint errors that make even seasoned collectors pause in admiration. The Eisenhower dollar was the first U.S. dollar struck since the peace dollar ended in 1935. And its return in 1971 brought with it an iconic design featuring President Dwight D. Eisenhower and the Apollo 11 Eagle landing reverse. By 1974, the mint had improved production, but still produced a number of coins with quirks, oddities, and unique features that collectors prize. Each of these elements contributes to why the 1974 Eisenhower $1 coin remains one of the most studied modern dollars in American history. The most breathtaking 1974 Ike dollars ever discovered are those struck in extremely high-grades coins that somehow escaped the scratches, bag marks, and circulation where that plague most Eisenhowers. These flawless or near-flawless examples, graded MS66 or MS67, are incredibly scarce. Finding such a pristine piece is like uncovering treasure, because the sheer size of the coin made it prone to dents and bruises during minting. High-grade 1974 coins can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction, proving that condition alone can transform a common date into something special. However, the true gems of the 1974 Eisenhower series are the rare errors, accidents from the minting process that slipped past quality control and found their way into circulation. These errors can include off-center strikes, double strikes, broad strikes, and wrong planchette errors. These unexpected anomalies draw enormous collector interest because each one is unique, like a fingerprint frozen in metal. An unusual error on a 1974 Ike can command hundreds or sometimes several $1,000s, depending on its rarity and eye appeal. Among the most fascinating pieces are the 1974 Eisenhower dollars struck on silver planchettes. These rarest examples were never intended to exist. The U.S. Mint had already stopped producing circulation silver Ikes after 1971. But during production, transitions and leftover planchette mixing, a few stray silver blanks were accidentally fed into presses. These coins, when authenticated, become treasure-scarce relics from minting chaos. They can bring impressive prices because they are both rare and historically intriguing. Then there are transitional errors. Coins struck with dies from the wrong year or using metal compositions intended for different versions. Transitional mistakes are some of the rarest in numismatics because they usually occur during changeovers. For 1974 Ikes, any transitional anomaly is immediately viewed as a high-value collectible and often triggers bidding wars between advanced Eisenhower dollar specialists who understand how immensely rare these pieces are. Another fascinating category of valuable 1974 Eisenhower dollars includes the dramatic misstrikes. Picture a giant dollar coin struck partly off the blank, leaving the design shifted or incomplete. Or imagine a double-struck Ike showing two overlapping faces of Eisenhower, ghost-like and mesmerizing. These dramatic errors are highly desired because they display the minting process gone spectacularly wrong, errors bold enough to captivate both beginner collectors and experts. Collectors also prize proof-like circulation strikes from 1974. Coins that shine with mirror-like fields and razor-sharp details even though they were never minted as proofs. Achieving such brilliance in circulation quality copper-nickel coins is extremely rare. These place coins are the result of fresh dies polished beyond normal standards, and when such pieces surface, their beauty alone pushes their value far above that of typical Eisenhower dollars. The 1974 coins struck in San Francisco as part of the special mint set offer an added layer of intrigue. Although they are not proofs in the traditional sense, their higher quality production makes them more collectible. These coins often appear with sharper details and smoother surfaces. And some die varieties produced in 1974 at the San Francisco Mint show clear differences in lettering, strike strength, and relief that specialists eagerly hunt for die varieties' small differences, resulting from changes or deterioration in the coin. Dies make up another category of valuable 1974 Eisenhower dollar discoveries. Varieties such as doubled dies, repunched mint marks, and subtle design shifts inspire hours of examination under magnification. Even slight doubling on Liberty or In God We Trust can elevate the coin to a desirable collectible piece. Additionally, some $1,974 display die cracks, die breaks, or retained cut, errors raised, jagged lines or chunks of metal on the coin's surface created when the die itself begins to fail, although not always extremely valuable. These flaws tell the story of the mint's mechanical struggles and give the coin personality, making them sought after by variety collectors who enjoy imperfections frozen in metal forever. The Philadelphia minted 1974 Ike dollars offer a special challenge because they were produced in huge quantities, making high-quality pieces rare. With millions minted and most entering heavy circulation, the survival rate of pristine coins is extremely low. That scarcity drives the value of high-grade examples, especially those with original luster untouched by circulation or damage. Meanwhile, 1974 D Eisenhower dollars minted in Denver present their own surprises. Although slightly better struck on average, Denver coins can exhibit unexpected die varieties and peculiar minting anomalies. Collectors closely watch for the bold, de-mint mark style, repunched marks, and other tiny quirks that can create lucrative discoveries in coin rolls and old collections. Proof: 1974 Eisenhower dollars, minted with polished dies and mirror backgrounds, represent the highest quality of the year. These proof coins, especially those graded PR69 or PR70, bring strong premiums because perfection in proof seigniorage is difficult to achieve. A flawless 1974 proof Ike dazzles with its sharp details and deep mirrored fields, making it a centerpiece of any Eisenhower collection. Even packaging errors associated with 1974 proof or mint sets can add value. Sometimes coins were sealed in incorrect cases, paired with the wrong certificates, or mixed with coins from other years. These unusual mint packaging oddities are loved by specialists because they represent official listing mistakes that the public was never meant to see. As collectors continue to study Eisenhower dollars, more discoveries emerge with each passing year. New die varieties, new transitional theories, and previously unknown minting quirks keep the field exciting. The 1974 Ike Dollar, with its mix of large production numbers and surprising rarities, remains at the forefront of this ongoing numismatic exploration. One reason these coins fascinate modern collectors is their connection to a historical figure. President Eisenhower's legacy as a war hero and U.S. president adds emotional weight to the series. Holding a 1974 Ike Dollar feels like holding a piece of American history and artifact from the decade of space exploration. Cold War tensions and rapid cultural shifts. Despite their age, many 1974 Eisenhower dollars still hide in old drawers, dusty boxes, bankrolls, and inherited collections. The thrill comes from the possibility that a rare variety, dramatic error, or unusually high-grade piece might be waiting to be discovered. Many collectors' best finds come not from dealers, but from forgotten family coins. The belief that some coins are worth millions often circulates on social media. And while Eisenhower dollars don't reach those astronomical values, their genuine rarities can still command impressive prices. The real fortune lies in identifying authentic errors or finding coins in exceptional condition pieces that can indeed bring hundreds or thousands at auction, which is extraordinary considering they began as simple $1 coins. As collectors dive deeper into the world of Eisenhower dollars, they quickly realize that the 1974 issue stands apart in ways that go beyond metal and design. It belongs to that rare class of coins that bridges the gap between old-style American minting and the dawn of modern coin production. Every 1974 Ike carries within it the final echoes of America's large, bold, heavy dollar tradition before the era of small, lightweight dollar coins arrived. This mix of nostalgia and modernity amplifies the emotional appeal of the series, making even common pieces feel meaningful and collectible. Another reason the 1974 Eisenhower dollar continues to fascinate collectors is the sheer unpredictability of what one might find when searching through circulated examples. Some coins reveal traces of golden toning caused by decades in storage, while others develop deep blue or violet hues that collectors describe as midnight toning. Such natural coloration, although accidental, can multiply a coin's desirability because toning transforms each piece into a unique work of art sculpted by time itself. Many collectors often speak of the hunt when searching for rare 1974 Ikes. And this hunt is unlike that of smaller coins such as dimes or cents. The Eisenhower dollar's large size makes it almost impossible to ignore. And when people discover one unexpectedly inside old purses, in roll hunting boxes, or in a relative's drawer, feels like stumbling onto a hidden relic. That moment of discovery can spark a lifelong appreciation for numismatics, making Ike dollars a gateway coin into the wider world of collecting. The story of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is also closely tied to the evolution of the U.S. Mint's relationship with the public. During the early 1970s, a mint attempted to renew public interest in the dollar coin, promoting it heavily for commerce. However, the coin's enormous size made it inconvenient for daily use, leading most people to stash it away. Ironically, this reluctance to spend them helped preserve many examples that today stand out as high-quality survivors, silent beneficiaries of public discomfort. For advanced collectors, one of the most thrilling aspects of the 1974 Ike Dollar is the microscopic world hidden within its design. The details of Eisenhower's hair, the curvature of the eagle's wings, and the delicate lettering all offer clues about the exact die used, the condition of the die, and the minting period. Specialists spend hours studying these tiny features, decoding the differences between early die state strikes with crisp details and late die state strikes, where the design begins to soften. Another powerful reason for the coin's lasting fame is its direct connection to the space age. The reverse design, inspired by the Apollo 11 lunar landing badge, immortalizes a defining moment in human achievement. This connection gives the Eisenhower dollar a cultural significance that few other modern coins possess. People who grew up during the space race era often feel a deep emotional attachment to the design, making the 1974 version not just a collectible, but a cherished piece of memory and history. As the years pass, a growing number of collectors have begun to appreciate the artistry of large coins like the Ike Dollar. The 1974 Eisenhower has a commanding physical presence that smaller coins simply cannot replicate. The weight, the diameter, the sound it makes when placed on a table, all of these sensory experiences contribute to its lasting appeal. It feels substantial, authoritative, and impressive, reminding collectors of a time when American coins embodied physical strength and economic confidence. The resurgence in interest in modern U.S. coin errors has also boosted the popularity of the 1974 Eisenhower series. Social media platforms showcase astonishing mint heirs double clips, broad strikes off-center anomalies, and collectors flock to these posts with excitement. The Ike Dollar, with its large canvas-like surface, displays these errors dramatically, making them easy to spot and delightful to analyze. Even a minor error becomes visually striking on a coin of such size. A remarkable thing about the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is that its value continues to rise slowly but steadily as more people learn the differences between ordinary coins and valuable varieties. Education plays a major role in this transformation. Collectors who once overlooked Ikes now eagerly revisit old pocket change jars and mint sets, hoping to uncover hidden treasures. This renewed interest has caused rare varieties to become more competitive at auctions, driving collectors to refine their skills in identifying subtle diagnostics. In some cases, entire collections have been built around just 1 year, 1974. These focused collections include high-grade business strikes, proofs, die varieties, toning examples, and dramatic errors all from the same year. Such dedication demonstrates how deep and rich the Eisenhower field can become once collectors immerse themselves fully. These specialized sets often attract significant attention from enthusiasts and may one day become valuable historical archives of minting variations. Tales of unexpected discoveries continue to fuel excitement around 1974 Eisenhower dollars. Stories of garage sale finds, estate auctions, and forgotten bank envelopes often circulate among collectors. The thrill of finding a rare 1974 variety in an unexpected place gives hope to beginners and motivates them to keep searching. After all, the next great discovery might be sitting quietly in someone's closet, waiting for the right pair of hands to recognize its worth. Another captivating aspect is the way certain 1974 Ikes show striking luster patterns, whirling cartwheels of reflected light that sweep across the surface as the coin tilts. Luster is one of the first signs experts examine when grading a large dollar, and coins with radiant, untouched luster can achieve high grades and strong prices. The explosive shine of a well-preserved Ike can create an unforgettable first impression, helping collectors understand why condition plays such an enormous role in valuation. Over time, The 1974 Ike has become a symbol of America's transition from robust metal coinage to more economical and compact designs. Studying this coin tells the story of the country's changing minting philosophies, shifting from grandeur and durability to practicality and efficiency. This transformation makes the 1974 series historically important, as it marks the final stand of large circulating dollars in the United States. The educational value of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar cannot be overstated. Teachers, parents, and coin club leaders use it to explain minting technology, die progression, metal composition, and historical events. Its large size makes it perfect for demonstrations, and its varieties offer endless teaching opportunities. Many young collectors start their journey with the Eisenhower dollar because it's bold, easy to study, and filled with exciting hidden details. Even the packaging of original mint sets and proof sets from 1974 tells a story of changing times. Some sets show early signs of aging, faded envelopes, cracked plastic cases, or toning from decades of storage. Yet these imperfections only add to the charm, serving as reminders that these coins have survived for half a century. Collectors often treasure the entire set rather than the coin alone, preserving it exactly as it left the mint. As collectors become more advanced, they begin to focus on the subtlest features: die polishing lines, rim thickness, strike pressure, and even the tilt of the devices. These microscopic clues differentiate ordinary 1974 Ikes from those struck with unusual conditions. When a collector identifies a subtle but important variety, perhaps an unnoticed doubled die or reverse hub anomaly, the excitement can be overwhelming, knowing they found something that very few have ever seen. The Eisenhower dollar. Community itself plays a huge role in the coin's lasting popularity. Collectors share discoveries, publish research, and help newcomers develop their skills. This sense of community encourages deeper study and inspires more people to join the search. Every new article, photograph, or shared discovery helps the 1974 Ike Dollar grow in recognition and value within the numismatic world, one often overlooked factor behind the Ike Dollar's charm is its sound. When two Eisenhower dollars gently collide, they produce a rich metallic ring that modern coins simply cannot replicate. This deep resonance feels almost ceremonial, reminding collectors of an era when coins were not just currency, but solid objects crafted with care. The 1974 Ike carries this iconic sound, adding a sensory layer to its nostalgic appeal. Perhaps the most captivating truth about the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is that it defies expectations. It is not a coin that promises instant wealth or overnight millions, but it does offer the possibility of genuine value, exciting surprises, and historical connections. Its worth lies not only in money, but in the thrill of discovering something rare, the joy of learning, and the satisfaction of holding a piece of America's past. In the end, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar remains a powerful reminder that treasure does not always glitter. Sometimes it comes in the form of a large, heavy coin tucked away in a forgotten drawer. For those who appreciate history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery, the 1974 Ike is a world waiting to be explored, one that rewards patience, curiosity, and passion with stories, surprises, and unexpected value.